season started today.
So
Probably basketball season. Damn.
All right. So let's do this.
But negative 0.7.
Yes, let's do this.
We're going to start with blue.
Hello, blue.
So g of x,
Yeah.
right? G of x, this is f of x, this is g of x, right? Vertical means the whole thing, the whole f of x, right, is shifted, so plus, down, so minus 5. So that means that f of x minus 5, so g of x is equal to, and we're going to go space, parentheses, space x, space, parentheses, and then we have our 2 up here, right, from the square. And now we're going to deal with the whole thing being minus 5. Okay? Now, I have to close that off, right? To go to the next problem. To go to the followed by. Okay? That's where the parentheses come from. I have to close that off. So h of x is going to be made up of the 2 parentheses, space x, space, parentheses, squared, minus 5 in parentheses, and then leave a space for your vertical shift, if you have one.
What about
Okay.
the 4?
Well, that's what we're doing now.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So now, we're going to take a look at the vertical, that means the whole function, g of x, right? Stretch means times 4. So that whole function times 4. Look at this. Okay? And you can end it with this if you like. You don't have to have those black parentheses, right? But you can have them. Okay? They're optional.
So wouldn't it be h of x equals 4x squared minus
No,
8?
you're down.
Ah, yeah, what would the answer be? So basically we'd want to do these. So h of x would equal 4 times x squared, right? Minus 5. But these parentheses are still there, right? So then I'd have to multiply this through. So my actual h of x would be 4x squared minus 20.
I thought you're supposed to work from left to right.
That was from left to right.
My bad.
Right? But, remember, parentheses first. Parentheses second. So this, we just square that. Then this, we subtract 5 from it. And then we go outside those parentheses. So it's always parentheses, parentheses, parentheses. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And that's why this came up to there. Okay? Good questions? Alright, the next one. Same thing. G of x is equal to space, parentheses, space, x, space, parentheses, squared. Okay? And then we're going to do something to it. It says a horizontal shift. So that means x opposite plus right plus 2. So plus 2 is just plus 2, right? So x opposite of plus 2, which is x minus 2. So what happens there is the minus 2 goes inside. Okay? The minus 2 goes inside. Malia, trouble? Okay. So, horizontal, x opposite, shift is a plus, right is a plus. 2 pluses make a plus, so that's opposite of plus 2. What's opposite of plus? Minus. So we're doing x minus 2, and that's why it goes inside. Remember, horizontals are inside. If we need to close it in, we close it in because it's followed by parentheses. Do we need to parenthesize this? No. But when we rewrite it, g of x equals space, parentheses, space, x minus 2, space, parentheses, right? We want to leave that space in case there's another horizontal shift. Does that make sense? Okay. But it's followed not by a horizontal shift, it's followed by a vertical shift. And we're going to go black. Because never go backwards. I'm here all week. Alright, so then
Are you sure?
we'll go vertical. So this g of x, right? Plus, down is minus. So plus minus makes what? A minus. Good. So it's g of x minus 5. So it means this whole function,
Yeah.
the whole function minus 5. And if we think about that, what form is it in right now? What form is that? What form is this? No. This is vertex formula. Right? What's H and what's K? H is the opposite of what's here, which is what? So H is 2, and K is what's here, which is negative 5. So that's what's happening. It's being shifted, right? If we think about it, it's being shifted to the 2 and to the negative 5. Right? So it got moved right and down. And it's the same function. So I go over 1, over 1, over 2, up 4. Right? Over 2, up 4. It's the same function, right? It didn't get stretched, in other words. It just got moved. Right 2 and down 5. Okay? So that's the vertex formula. And we could keep it like that. Or we could rewrite it. Right? Like we did over here. That's extra credit. I'm not making you. Okay? But if you did rewrite it, remember what you have to do. You have to do x minus 2 times x minus 2 because it's squared. And then you're going to subtract 5. Right? And when you do that, you're going to get x times x, which is x squared, minus 2x, minus 2x, or plus 4, minus 5. X squared minus 4x minus 1. So these are the two possible answers. This one and this one. And if you were to graph this, you would get the same thing. Remember how we graph it? 2x minus 4 equals 0. 2x equals 4. X equals 2. Oh, hello. That's the axis of symmetry. There it is. If we plug it in, guess what we're going to get? Negative 5. Okay? And we go right through that whole thing again. Okay?
So, you just naming off possibilities?
Huh?
You just naming off possibilities?
Yes. All I want from you is this. This is
Why'd
it.
you give us the second part?
Huh?
Why'd you give us the second part?
I wanted to show a connection.
I just made it confusing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really care right now.
Wait, you just go back in the
I hope I eat. I know Carla was complaining.
So I want to show a connection with the other stuff that you'll be doing because you're expected to be able to do this, right? On the next problem. On the very next problem,
The whole experience.
Well, no.
We're gonna have everything.
On the very next problem. But on problem 18,
18.
yeah, you have to be able to do this.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then on problem 17, guess what you have to do? This.
That kind of messed me up right
This stuff?
now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then doing this. This is what we do in next chapter.
So we could keep it as that G.
I know.
Yes. Okay? This is all I'm looking for 9. This is it. If you wanted extra credit, you would get to this. Just like here, this is all I'm looking for 8. If you want extra credit, you go to there. This is extra credit. This is all I'm looking for. Can you do this? And then on the other problems, remember, you got to go backwards. They're going to do this, and then you have to tell me, does it go up? Does it go down? Is it stretched?
I can do that.
Okay? We good? Those are 2 problems that aren't on the cheat sheet on the YouTube.